Hello Libra, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Libra, how you doing? I hope you're well. Let's find out what's going on here. This is for you Libra. If you are a sun, moon, a rising, Venus, or Jupiter sign, there could be something for you here, Libra. And don't forget that at 11:59 this evening on the 15th, the sale is over, so if you want to get in on your 10% off on a private read, please go take a look at the pinned comment. There's also a coupon code there. Let's find out what's going on for you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Libra for the week ahead. What's going down? We've got the book. We've got the Sun. It feels like you're going to learn a secret here. I feel that there's a secret that's about to be revealed. And this ring doesn't always mean that there is going to be an engagement or something like that. Now, it could be, absolutely it could be, but there's a secret that's about to be revealed. But what I'm thinking about this is that if it's not engagement for you, it feels like it's something really exciting and that you truly love. It feels like it's worth something, or that there is a lot of worth attached to it, that you think that this is worth it. Because when the sun is here, when the star is here, it feels like you've been hopeful about something. So it feels like that something here that you've been hopeful about. This is a book of secrets or a book of knowledge. So it feels like something you've been hopeful for is actually going to happen. That's literally what this is saying to me here. So it feels like for some of you it could be an engagement, but understand the word engagement has a couple meanings, right? It could mean engagement to be married, but it could mean you're being invited to an engagement, or that you will be present in an engagement. So an engagement is engaging with people in a social environment, and it possibly feels like something you've been hoping for might show up. Now, we've got the Six of Cups in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm just going to say Six of Hearts is the Six of Cups, and it feels like for some of you, it could be what's going to be revealed for you. What you've been hopeful for is possibly a really emotional, close connection with somebody who is a soulmate. It could be almost like a tower, I'm going to say, because 16 is here, and to me I'm likening everything to tarot. And I know that's an unconventional way to read Lenormand, but it is what it is. You come here for the way that I read, right? So the 16 here is the tower in the tarot, and it feels like this is something that happens super quick, a change of mind, something that happens that you see something differently than you saw it before. Like maybe this is somebody that you engage with, I would say, quite a bit. And it feels like you meet them in a social situation. So maybe you are invited to a wedding. I don't know. Maybe you are invited to an engagement party. But it feels like there is something that occurs to you, or something you see clearer, something that happens that's out of your control. It feels like a change of mind or a secret that is revealed. We've got the card 43. We've got the labyrinth. I'm just going to look at this here. We've got somebody here who's got 3 doves above their head, right? Somebody who's in red. Red is sort of likened to love or passion. And then we have people who are trying to find their way through the labyrinth to somebody else here. It feels like you're letting something out of the bag. I'm just going to say that the door's been left open on this cage here. This here is information that is being received. So for some of you, this is an invitation to an engagement party, to engage with others, maybe a social situation. It does feel like this labyrinth here, it feels like you're going to find what you've been looking for, and it's going to come via a tower. Something that is going to be in the moment. You're not expecting it. It feels like you probably see somebody that maybe you already know that feels like a soulmate, but you see them in a different way. Let's talk about tarot. Tell me about Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me more about Libra. My Venus counterpart, right? I'm a Taurus. I'm also ruled by Venus. Tell me about this book of secrets, this book of knowledge here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Something here is being slowly revealed to you. It feels like you've been on some type of a journey, and it's probably been for a long time. It feels like that journey from the past has brought you to the present. I feel that this book, that there is something of value in this book, and it feels like something's going to be revealed, which is really interesting. We've got the Magician here. Tell me more. got the Nine of Pentacles. I really do think that you see someone in a different light. Maybe you haven't seen this person in a while because the Knight of Pentacles is here. And it doesn't have to be years, but the Knight of Pentacles takes their time, right? It feels like you've been on a journey on your own, doing your own thing, creating your reality, using you have the advantage of having found your tools. Look, not everybody does. This is card number 1 in the Major Arcana. We start at 0, right? We take the leap because we're brave and because we want the excitement of taking the leap. But not everybody is assigned the tools, right? All of the aces up your sleeve is what I'm saying. Everybody's assigned the tools. Everybody's assigned the skills. Everybody is assigned the ability to be able to create their own reality, but not everybody takes the time to get to know the tools. I feel like you have, and it feels like you've been maybe very busy for a while, focusing on the creation of your reality. You're in creation mode. And I feel as though being in creation mode, understand, is like manifestation mode. So I feel like if you've been creating, that's a really great way to manifest things, by the way. If you're not a person who can sit down and meditate, the way to tap into your creation energy is by creating something. Get an adult coloring book if you don't know how to paint. Maybe you make music, maybe you're a writer, maybe you like to journal. You have to do something creative to let your brain rest a little bit and allow it to go where it wants to go rather than where you're directing it to go. We've got the Nine of Wands, we've got the Five of Swords, and we've got the Hanged Man. It feels like you are on a journey of the wounded warrior. It feels like there's things that happened in your life to you, Libra, in the past that you just don't speak of. These are the things we just don't speak of. And I feel like you hold a lot within yourself and you don't really share it with people. I feel like these are rejections, probably. People you had arguments or fights with that was never resolved. I feel like you have grown through it, but I still feel like possibly it never really was resolved. This energy of the Hanged Man is telling me that you are in a perspective. It feels like you're ready to let go of the past. Now, we are in Mercury retrograde. It is retrograding in Cancer, so I feel like these are probably emotional things that you're trying to release. It's the only time. Mercury is, for many reasons, everybody thinks, I don't know, the platform has told people, brainwashed people, that it's just for lovers coming back, and that's not the truth. It actually brings things back to the surface. So you will look at them, you will deal with them, and then you can choose to close the door or choose to carry on in the place that you were going forward. So I feel like in the past there's been a lot of hurt. I feel like your life is in stasis. It feels like it's in a pause, or it's like you're trying to look over what it is that you really want in this life. I know that you're trying to avoid the Five of Swords. I think that's the reason why you might be single. I think I'm talking to someone who's single, and if you're not single, you're someone who is on some sort of self journey. Feels like a journey of self. So you're looking at maybe your health, your time, your effort, your energy. It's like you're in this place where you're starting to realize that not everybody is entitled to the same pieces or parts of you. So I think that there's things that you just don't tell people. I'm going to say, though, it feels like that there is somebody, again, that I feel like you've manifested. So when we manifest what we are. So whatever you are is what you are manifesting. So I would say that you're manifesting somebody else who actually is using their tools as well. So they, like you, might be creative. They might be someone who creates things. Someone who believes in manifestations. I feel like there are two people who are going to come together and they don't realize it yet. And I feel like it's going to be at something that has to do with the engagement. It feels like we've been in our own labyrinths. It's like you've been wandering, they've been wandering. Look, these people can't really see who's on the other side of the wall. It feels like we've been roaming around in parallel energies, but we haven't really come face to face. Tell me why the Knight of Pentacles is here. We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Star. I feel like you're trying to heal something here. It really does feel like you were really very hard on yourself, Libra. It feels like you have some sort of an internal battle going on that you're trying to heal. You're blaming yourself for something. It's almost like you're on this healing journey, and it feels like you know that you need to do this alone. That's, I think, why you remain single. And because you don't really want to divulge your secrets, you're not interested in talking about the knowledge that you have from the past. It feels like that sort of energy. One more card. And we have the Two of Cups. So Libra, it's not that you don't want to be able to bond with someone emotionally. It's not that you don't want that. I just feel like you're wise enough to know that you're not ready for that. That you must heal the wounded warrior energy. You must stop beating yourself up about something. It feels like you think something ended because of something you did or said or didn't do. It feels like you're blaming it all on yourself. And I'm going to say that it takes two to tango, right? You can't dance with no one else around. The Two of Cups here, I feel like you are, it probably might have been in a relationship. It seems like it could have been a failed relationship or a failed best friendship. It feels like you were bonded to someone emotionally, and it feels like it failed. And I think that you think it failed because of you, because the Five of Wands is here. If this is a romantic thing you're looking at, maybe it was somebody who came along and was in the DMs. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody caused competition for their energy. Someone started seeing someone else, or maybe it was cheating. Tell me why the Nine of Pentacles is here. Because I feel like you are coming to this place where you are, I feel quite confident. You know who you are. The Five of Swords is here, and that says to me, I'm not just going to bow to whatever somebody else wants. I have my own way of thinking. I have my own morals and values. And if somebody comes to me with their ideas, I'll allow them to have their ideas, whatever they are, but I don't have to agree. I have my own way of dealing with things. Why? Because I feel like this journey has brought you to a place where you're very confident, where you decided that, you know what, I can do it myself. I don't need anybody around. I don't have to have anybody agree with me in order for me to build it the way I want to build it. If I want to put the door on each side of the house, I'll do that. It doesn't have to be at the front and the back, right? It could be a side to side house. Like, it feels like you're doing something different than anyone else is doing. People see you as quite eccentric. I'm going to say they see you as someone who doesn't really abide by any sort of social rules. You might have an Aquarian placement. The star is here. We do have the Fool. We have the Ace of Wands. And we have, the Page of Cups is here. I'm telling you, there's something here that's coming up that is going to surprise you. And I was getting that with the Tower. I wasn't getting a total implosion of anything. I was getting, why didn't I see that before? Like, it feels like that. And so the Page of Cups is here, and it almost like you're looking at somebody, and all of a sudden the Ace of Wands shows up with the Page of Cups, and you're like, it feels like a brand new beginning. Like, you haven't seen this person in that light before. Like, you look at them and all of a sudden you see the long eyelashes, and you didn't notice their eyes were that color before. Maybe they've changed. Maybe they've had a glow up. Maybe you've had a glow up. Because look, if you are in the Nine of Pentacles, you've had some sort of a glow up, and you've worked really hard on that. And so you are attracting what you are. You can only attract what you are. Maybe you haven't seen this person in a while, and they have been doing the same thing. Tell me about this Hanged Man energy, please. Tell me about this Hanged Man energy, because I feel like you want a relationship, or you want a new path. You want something. There's something here that you've been looking for a while. And it feels like you might find it at the engagement party or during some sort of social engagement. It feels like the Ace of Wands is here in the bottom right-hand corner, and 2 and 5 is 7. It feels like the universe has a part in bringing you what you've been asking for in manifestation. And I don't think you've been manifesting a person. I think you've been manifesting what you are. Please, if the universe is listening, then show me. You know what I want. You know what I've been asking for. Then show me. And I think it's about to show you, friend. Tell me about the Hanged Man, please. We've got, I love this. Look, gosh. This card is the Angel of the Night, and it comes up in this deck, which is the Tarot of the Night, and this is specific to this deck. It's an extra card. And the Angel of the Night is the one here saying, look, you've already passed through the darkest part of your life, Libra. The Nine of Wands, you've already passed through the darkest part of your life. It's time for you to be happy about what is to come next, because I think something here, a new connection or something exciting, a new path of something that is going to bring you together with somebody that I feel that you probably already know, but didn't really know. And it feels like you're about to bond to them emotionally. It feels like we're going to get a little bit closer. So I think what's really lovely is it feels like the Wicked Witch of the East and the Wizard of Oz, the Glinda, the Witch of the, she's the East, right? Which of the, yeah, east. That it feels like, it's like when she came down, she's like, come out, it's okay to come out. It's like, that's what this angel of the night seems like. This angel of the night is, look, you don't have to be stuck here if you don't want to be. You don't have to keep your life on pause. If you're willing to sacrifice or let go of the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, then you're able to move on here. You don't have to stay stuck in this Hanged Man energy here. We do have the 2 of Wands and we do have the Sun. Oh, I love that for you. Because the Sun is really showing you everything. It feels like something's about to be revealed to you. That there is a plan. And I'm going to say for those of you who believe in the universe, who believe in a deity, whatever you do with your belief, it feels like this is the plan. The plan was, I feel that possibly you may have jumped in at the beginning of something else back there. And I feel like it turned out so terribly that it's taken you years to heal from it or to recover from whatever the incident was. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. But it does feel like whatever it was, you were very connected to. You were very deeply bonded to. So it could be a friendship or a romantic connection, but it also could be a job you got laid off from. It feels like there is something here that you're still healing from after all of these years. I feel as though the angel of the night shows up to say, look, it's time to finally let it go. You already got your perspective. Sacrifice it. Let it go. That's the plan. Something here is going to be revealed to you. And I feel like it has to do with this social engagement. I feel like something you've been looking for a long time. It feels like you almost stopped looking for it. But it does feel like, look at this. I've got 2 7s, right? It does feel like whatever is about to come out, we have 3 7s. Good gracious. Look at this. 1 and 6 is 7, 4 and 3 is 7, 2 and 5 is 7. This is the damn jackpot, friend. It does feel like it's something that was always in front of you. I always say everything we want is in the room with us. We just haven't reached the level of clarity by where we can see it. Maybe it was right in front of you all the time, but you just couldn't see it. It feels like you're finally allowing yourself out of the cage. You're allowing yourself to see something. Yeah. It feels like there is some sort of an offering coming. It feels like you're going to receive more information or more news about something that you weren't aware of. And it feels like you've been looking for this thing for the whole time. It's like, in my mind's eye, Charlie is showing me somebody who dropped, it's actually a watch. It's a Rolex. I know it because I can see it. And it went under a piece of furniture and you've been looking for that thing for a while. It feels like it's something of value. It could be something of material wealth, some of material value. Maybe money has been left to you somewhere and you don't know. Maybe somebody's put something in their will for you. But it feels like it's something that's going to be realized via the tower, and it's going to be realized while you're in some sort of specific engagement. Social engagement party, somebody's getting engaged. Look, you could be at a restaurant with a friend, and somebody you don't know in the next booth gets down on one knee and is asking someone to marry them. Maybe you don't know these people, but it feels like something, you're going to realize something at a time when you are in an engagement, because I feel like you weren't open to it before. So it feels like you weren't open to it, therefore you weren't calling it in, you weren't manifesting it. Now you're open to it, I feel. Yep, 4 of Wands is in the reverse, friend. I feel like you are open to it now. It's like you're no longer walking around inside the box. You've decided, I'm going to be open to the universe for whatever they want to give me. I will receive it. I've got the 4 of Cups here. Yeah, I feel like you're ready to get out of the comfort zone. The Temperance card is here saying yes to the Lovers. Look, I can't not even. It's a choice that you're making, or it could be somebody that you see that you're like, wow, I haven't seen you in this light before. Maybe the light hits them in a certain way and you're like, whoa, why didn't I see that before? I'm going to go into the extended. If you want to be in the extended, we're going to take a look at all of these. What's going on? What are you manifesting? We're going to take a look at all of that. If you want to come into the extended, please go into the pinned comment. The pinned comment shows 2 links. One is for the membership area where I pull this all apart. And if you are somebody who is still interested in a private read, you have until 11:59 on the 15th, 11:59 at night, in order to get 10% off your pre-recorded reading. That kind of reading on the pre-records, that sale won't be around again for another 3 or 4 months. And if you are wanting a live reading in between, please know that my live readings are always on sale perpetually. So if you're interested, please go look at my schedule, and you do have to book those in advance as well. I'm going to go for now. I'm going to go into the extended, and if you're there, Libra, I'll see you. And if you're not, that's cool, because I will always be back to give you more readings. Take care, Libra. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.